Same old, look.
Grove Squad, what's going on? Chaseway is back with another video. If you're new to my channel, make sure you click that subscribe button. And if you already mess with me, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And if you new, by the end of this video, I guarantee you will give this video a thumbs up. But as you can tell, we talking about this today. CDL. CDL. I'm gonna give y'all like a debrief of what I went through. What I went through. The obstacles, the sacrifices, the challenges that I had to go through. What I had to do. The things that I had to sacrifice. The things that I had to think about. You feel me? I mean, since I'm on the road already, it's only the great. I mean, dang, I forgot what I was about to say. It's only right if I just talk about my experience. Because I know people do reach out on my Instagram. They ask me certain questions. Let me go in and give you a debrief of what I went through. Let me just give y'all a little synopsis. So, let me just walk y'all. Hold on, let me grab a paper towel. Let me just go on walk y'all through what I went through. So, I remember that my mother's husband, he was going to get a CDL. I wanted to be a firefighter. And you know, I thought being a firefighter is something that I truly wanted to do. Nah. So, once I knew that he was getting a CDL, I was like, let me go get my CDL too. This is just a little backstory. I'm about to make me a little sandwich while I tell this story too. So, that summer he was going to get a CDL. All right, cool. The next following year, it was my time to shine. So, with that being said, when it was my time to get on that level, I went through a community college called Pulaski Tech. University of Arkansas, Pulaski Tech. So, since my mama worked there, I went there for free. Tuition was like either $2,500 or $3,500. It was one of those two. But it wasn't that much. So if you're thinking about if you're thinking about going through a company or trying to decide a truck driving school, try to find a community college that offers tractor and trailer trade. So you can get a certificate. And so that way, as you get the certificate, you can go straight into driving. But the things that I had to overcome was I had to be 21. When I wanted to do this, I was 19 turning 20. So, me being 19 and trying to get my CDLs, of course they was allowing me to do it because I was over 18. But in hindsight, I had to be 21 to even apply for a job to get hired. But I'm getting too deep. So when it was time for me to apply, I got through first day. The key thing on that first day was I had to get my written exam. I had to get my it's kind of like getting your driver's license. You gotta take the written part first so you can get the permit. You gotta get your permit first, and that's just with the written. Of course, that's with the written test, which is like just taking the test on the computer, just like your driver test. But going into that, I had to, my mama, shout out to my mama, shout out to my mother. I don't know where I would be without her. I don't know. But shout out to my mama, she made it easier for me. She just gave me certain things to think about, like, hey, you know you're gonna be working less. Okay, so I was working at a job where I was working at City Gear in North Little Rock, Arkansas. And I mean, I was bringing in on average like 212, 258. But when I knew that I was gonna be at this course or at school from 9 to 4:30, I wasn't gonna make a lot of money because the scheduling, and this was a 2-month class. So this was June and July. And I knew that I just gotta sacrifice those little times that I could be making extra money, and I just gotta come to a realization I only can make money on the weekend. Those were the majority of my hours. So my paychecks was like $100 weekly. So take that in mind. I had to pay for my cost of living, which was $240, and then gas money, and then the things I wanted to eat. So I'm thinking about all this, and so first week of school, I had to go to the DMV and go get one of these packets. These are $50, and they allow you to take the written test 3 times. Either you can pass everything at once, like with the written, the obstacle courses, and the driving, all in one try. But if you miss, like, if you fail 3 times, then you gotta buy another packet. So my first week, I ended up failing twice. Matter of fact, I ended up failing all 3 times. Then I had to buy another packet, and you can't take the same test the same day. You gotta take it different days. So taking mine, my first one, I ran through that, so that was $50 gone. And me making $100 a week wasn't helping. It was kind of difficult, I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of difficult. So I had to buy one of those, then I had to buy a second one. So my second one, I passed my written exam, and my trainer, shout out to Brandon, we had 2 weeks to get our permit. So in my second week, I passed. So I already spent $100. So once I got my dang, I lost my train of thought. Once I got my permit, it was on and popping. And that's learning general knowledge, the air brakes, and the trailer, I think. Hold on, let me not get anything wrong. General knowledge, air brakes, and trailer. Yeah. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Air brake, tractor trailer. Yeah, air brake, tractor trailer, and general knowledge. Okay, I'm right. And past that, bam. So through those individual days, like going up there, I'm gonna show y'all where I practice. This is where I practice right here in this big open lot. We worked on skills, learning how to drive a manual. So, and it's kind of better if you go to a small place where you get a lot of individual time to work on the skills. So we drive and understanding how to shift gears, going at a slow rate so we can understand, so we won't scratch the gears or nothing like that. So our process was like, before we even leave the facility or Pulaski Tech, we worked on pre-trip. And that's one of the things that you gotta do in order to either go to the obstacle course. After the written exam, you gotta understand to walk around the truck and point things out, and you gotta call and you gotta name something that can go wrong and what to look for. So we worked on that every day. So when it was time for us to go take the real test, that's something that they grade you on. Also, while we was out there, we worked on our backing. We worked on our backing in at a 90-degree angle. We worked on backing in a straight line, 100 feet. We worked on backing on the offset. So you know, say if you backing up and it's 2 spots next to each other, you have to pull forward and you have to move your trailer and come all the way up, and you have to come at this way and wiggle your way so you can be over here. That's the offset back. So those are the things that we worked on. And just my mindset going into that, I was just trying to figure out what can I do to add more money so I won't be frustrated. But once I realized that, let me sacrifice these 2 months and just deal with it. So a lot of times, this is what I ate: sandwiches, or I ate things at the vending machine like a Snicker, I know I drank plenty of water, and I ate a lot of fruit, and that was like what I ate. And of course, if you're gonna do this, start saving money so that way you're gonna lose majority of your money that you normally make and cater to driving and working on your CDL. So, and keep in mind, as you saving, you are saving for those moments. So where your bills won't be iffy, you at least have some extra money. So give yourself like a year. Don't just jump in and realize that you're gonna have to quit your job or something like that. Don't walk into that. So give yourself like a year, but you gotta stay focused. That's it. Now when I did finally pass my written exam, I was excited. Once I got my my permit, I was excited. But take in mind, I just didn't have to buy 2. I had to buy 3. Cause bagging back, something about that bagging, like I had to bag in at a 90-degree angle into like a box. And that was the hardest crap ever. It took me, I failed 2 times on my second packet. So that packet was completely gone. I passed on my second packet. Then my second and third try, I failed. Like, oh, and also when it was time for me to do my pre-trip, I only missed 2. So I knew my stuff. I knew what to look for around the truck and stuff like that. But that was through repetition and understanding what I'm looking at and able to touch and able to understand what to look for. And that's something that we did constantly every day before we even got in the truck. So me working on my 90-degree alley dock, that is something that I had to work on every day. Like, I had to understand how a trailer works. It's 10 times, like it's 100 times harder understanding that a car backs up and works what you want to do. But everything that you do, the trailer is going to do opposite. So say if you driving back and you trying to go that way. Normally, you turn your wheel to the left, you get to go that way. But if you want to go this way, you have to turn your wheel to the right and your trailer is going to go to the left. And then you got to swing it back around so your trailer can get underneath your truck can get underneath your trailer so you can straighten it out. So you can, it's like a one motion. Let me see. It's kind of like this. You have this. It's like your tractor trailer. You turn right and push, it's going to go this way. You turn left and push, it's going to go that way. And then you just got to work your way, and it's just like a little wiggly worm. That's exactly what it is. It's like a worm. The thing that you do is going to do the opposite of it. So those are the things to keep in mind when you're trying to get your CDL and you practicing driving. Don't get frustrated. You just got to go in there with an open mind that you know you got this. It's going to take some time, but you got it. And let me tell you, I ain't even passed my first 2 months. Since it was my last year getting my accounting degree, I had to add that class on my schedule. Luckily, I only had accounting 2 to take in that class, in which that class was already 12 credits, and then I had my accounting with counting for 3 credits. That was 15 credits right there. So I'm blessed that was like that, and I hadn't taken no extra class. You know, if you're in college, you understand how that works. So I had to go back to school in August, September, and we geared up to take it October. And take in mind, I bought 3 packets, so that's $150. And I had 2 more times where I was gonna be buying another packet. So that first time, I ended up passing the alley dock. Then it was time for the driving. So I'm like, ooh, I'm at the drive. Tell me why I run over the curb in front of the police station. Everything was great. I'm driving around doing what I'm supposed to do, shifting gears, 2 hands on the wheel, looking left and right, looking at all my mirrors, making my turns smoothly. not like this, but hand over hand, you know, making sure I do my thing. And what messed me up is that since the camera shows me on camera that I went over a curb. That's exactly what my trailer did. Went over a curb. I was hot. But it's cool though. So I had 2 more times. So the next week, it was wartime. Also, my brother was getting his driver's license, so it was only right. And my brother passed that day too. My brother passed his driving test. And just remember, I trained him how to drive. Like, taking him to Burns Park, getting him to understand backing, how to drive. Like, he passed, now it was up to me to pass this CDL driving part. So I got in the truck, did my thug deals, I was like, all right, Chase, it's time to do your job. It's time to go to work and pass this test. Watch out. If you gotta swing right and go to and take that wide turn, take it. We don't need you to buy no more packet. By that time, I was only making I was back at my work study job, so I had a little paper to spare. But I wasn't trying to spend no money. I already bought 3 packets. So, once I passed flawlessly. And what was so dope about it, the route that you supposed to take, he took me on a different route just to kind of throw me off to see what type of skills I had. Button hook that thing. And what that is, you just swing wide and you just bring it back. Simple. Paying attention to no cars coming through. So when you about to turn, you just gotta go ahead and make that turn. Look, swing back in your lane and you do it your thing. You feel me? But that's what that was. And that's what my experience of getting my CDL license was all about. I'm about to enjoy my sandwich and my chips. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope it wasn't too much for y'all, but I hope y'all stay tuned. If you stay tuned, comment down below. Did the sacrifice pay out, or I should have just gave it up? I mean, in hindsight, the sacrifice paid out, but going through it, I thought about giving up a lot of times. Like, matter of fact, don't even comment that. Just comment, I'm proud. Comment, I'm proud. Comment, I'm proud if you made it this far. Comment, I'm proud. Let me know that you made it this far in the video. But thank y'all for staying tuned. Chase Wade is delivering on the road. I'm not home yet, but I got things in store for y'all. Don't sleep me. Don't sleep on me. Y'all have a good day. Whenever you are watching this, remember, you are not a failure. You are great. You are one of the trillions that made it and connected to the egg, and you was birthed into this world. Remember that. Y'all have a great day. Chase Wade is out. Peace.
This guy is great.